interested in the discussion is this topic of the GPDRR is from risk to resilience. It's a very interesting process or slogan that GPDRR is promoting. But I wonder, from your perspective, from your views, what does resilience means?
Oh. Okay, so it's with our journey over the years,
Right.
It's been a very evolving kind of an understanding. We've had both for risk as well as resilience.
That's right. That's right.
And we've actually tried to just see how people on the ground see it,
Right.
which is often very different from the official definitions we use.
That's right.
And just to give you a very small example, years ago in our very first couple of projects when we were working, we would go and talk to people around, what their main problems are, the high priority risks. And I remember a woman in the riverbed in Delhi, in the Yamuna riverbed. Yeah. And she was talking about education for her son. And she said, I don't have a school in this town.
Right.
And we said, hey, no, you got it wrong. We're talking about disasters. You're
Right.
talking developmental issues. And she says, no, you're talking about this year's flooding.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Right.
I deal with seasonal floods every year for the last 23 years.
Yeah.
But if my child gets good education,
Right.
which he's not getting right now,
Yeah.
I'll be able to move out of here in 15 years
Yeah.
living in that, better off colony. So, the lesson was that people have a much longer and deeper perspective than we do.
Yeah.
And that's when we kind of had to say, okay, we need to unlearn the typical understanding of risk that we had. And then similarly with resilience, our belief has been that resilience is the ability to bounce back.
Yeah.
In fact, if you've ever noticed, our logo is also the bamboo.
Exactly,
in architecture, we see it's the most resilient material that comes back.
And that's also in my culture. That's how resilience is a dominant idea.
And then
bouncing back.
Absolutely. But then, like I said, so it's people who need to define what their context is, what their success will look like.
Right.
And when we ask for people what a successful program would be for them, they say, first of all, the ability to anticipate.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So resilience is not just bouncing back. There's so much of preparedness work that goes into resilience, which we often don't count in our official work.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. This concept of race is different. It's about deprivation, no?
Yeah.
Not being able to send your kid to school. So that's deprivation.
Yeah.
No, that's really
And
very
she
profound.
sees that as a deep risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pulls her down.
Yeah, and then resilience is not post-event when it happens, but it's about anticipating and preventing things from happening. And that's certainly different from every perspective. Now, which brings me to the second question. SIDS Sasakawa Award, you are the guru in building resilience. So, what can we learn from you? How do you promote building resilience?
In a very simple way, I would say we need to be sitting on the ground with the people and understanding how they have been doing it and what shifts they are seeing. Because there's so much of deep understanding, there's so much of inherent knowledge and skills. They've probably survived generations, centuries. And often we ride in assuming that we have the answer because, hey, I saw a good practice presentation in the GPDRR. And that's it's so much different in context. So, so it's been difficult. We also have to hold ourselves back. Someone wrote about this as the curse of knowledge. Over the years we've come to know so much that we think we have the answer. And actually people have better answers. So I would say for us the answer lies in that conversation that we sit and have with people over a relaxed evening tea somewhere or a meal somewhere. And you get some completely phenomenal, different kind of outputs that you would, be able to work with.
Very profound. So, thank you very much, Anshu Sharma,
Thanks, Sanny.
co-founder of SIDS Sasakawa Award for 2022. And you know who.